at the end of it all, our group has survived, and as it would say later on, what they're promising is greatness, likened to none other. Now, I'm all the wiser, thinking that it comes down to who they've selected as their idol. And what it really boils down to is that idol something that I should go for? Because at the end of the day, I know who I signed off with, and at the end of it all, I'm coming back into the world to share my message in the way that I've came up with myself, devised. And at the end of it all, what it boils down to is I've told everyone everything they need to know, and nothing else needs to be shared. And I even wrote a book about it, a book of poems called Wait Until November. And who I selected as the forebearer of my own group is now in the world, by my own devices. So at the end of it all, it's like it seemed like that first judgment was already cast down, you know. At the end of it all, he who is able to not speak bears the fruit of that. And so at the end of it all, what was this whole thing about? We had all the great minds come together the first time around, sit down, and what was it, 1776? But even before then, Plato, Socrates, all these people laid groundwork for what that sit down was going to all be about. And then what it really came down to was who knew it best. And at the end of it all, the United States felt that rap was going to be the forebearer of that. Now, a lot of people still listen to rap because at the end of it all, even when it's all said and done, even after the first judgment, it's still technically the most popular art form. But then again, I myself maybe think Justin Bieber could be on the same level at the end of it all, because it all comes down to who I signed off with for that first initial judgment. And in my own mind, the knowledge that was contained here, herein, should be shared. That at the end of it all, it's going to continue to project forward because I decided so. In my own mind, whatever I build here is what's going to be remaining forever, But at the end of it all, how does the idol feel about it? Cast down is like, does the idol choose it to be her own destiny, or